The Burren has been known for many centuries as the fertile rock and boasts a fantastic variety of locally farmed and produced foods, as well as some of the best known chefs in Ireland. At this year's Burren Slow Food Festival, we will discover the food stories of this unique landscape through the wonderful farmers, producers and chefs who live and work here.
Welcome back to the Burren Slow Food Festival 2021. I'm here at Anthony's Doolin Inn on Fisher Street in the very heart of Doolin Village, beautifully located on the Wild Atlantic Way. I'm joined today by Anthony Moloney, who is the owner here at Doolin Inn, and also by Bronagh O'Rourke, who is the owner of Burren Premium Beef. Now, these two have recently started working together, but before we get into that, Bronagh, would you tell me a little bit about the story behind Burren Premium Beef?
My husband and I are beef farmers in the Burren, so we weren't selling directly to the consumer, and we always wanted to obviously eat our own product. So when we tried it and tested it, we felt it'd be a lovely product to bring to the market. So we brought it to the market back in last November.
So that's great, Bronagh. Anthony, will you tell me a little bit about your journey in hospitality up until now?
Certainly. I was born and bred into it, I suppose. With my parents, so we second generation, and they were doing it over 50 odd years. I went to college in Shannon, and then went abroad for a number of years to Washington DC, Toronto, Hawaii, working a lot of 5-star hotels. To come back to Ireland, managed a couple of hotels here, and then to set up my own place.
And tell me, after being in so many places and all around the world, what brought you back to Doolin?
It was the centre of my universe, I suppose. My family are here, and it's just the most amazing place in the world to be. It's world class in every way. The food, the tour, everything. It's an amazing place.
And Bronagh, it is an ancient place. People know that about the Burren. Anthony mentioned he's a second generation. What about you? How far back does your family go?
My husband's family are farming on the land in the Burren for 5 generations, so there's a lot of history there, and they would have done different types of farming, and now obviously with the beef farming, that's what we've settled on, and we're trying to bring new innovative ways to that.
Yeah, and Anthony, your family's been here a long time too.
Yeah, generational, centuries. We're actually trying to trace it back how far it goes at the moment, and we know it goes back hundreds of years. We're surrounded here by our family farm, and my dad was just born in the house opposite this building. Yeah. So yeah, it goes back a long, long way.
Yeah, it truly is an ancient place. All that heritage, Bronagh, what impact does that have on you now and your husband as you continue to farm this land that his family has been on for so long?
It's a real privilege to bring a product and to see it grow and to bring our forefathers forward. So Cathal's granddad and granddad before him, their fingerprints are still on the land, and they built the stone walls that are there, and Cathal's keeping them repaired, and really were custodians of the land, and to keep the providence alive and to let people taste the difference with Burren beef is a real honour and a real privilege.
And Bronagh, can you put your finger on what makes it different? What makes Burren beef different?
It's really in the animal. It's the DNA of the cattle that are reared and grow here. The marbling of the fat, it's not fatty at all. It just tenderises. The beef actually looks different, and it has its own distinct Burren flavour. You can taste the wild thyme and the grass infused with clover. It tastes amazing. So once you taste Burren beef, you will never want to taste any other normal beef again.
So is it down to what the cattle eat?
It's down to their diet. On our farm, our cattle are grass-fed, and they're out for basically all of their lives. In winter time, they go on the winterage, which means they go upland onto the mountains. The mountains are limestone, and the pavement holds heat in winter time, so they forage all the lovely Burren herbs like wild thyme, garlic, all the lovely flowers. So they basically prune the mountain so that in summer and springtime we get this massive biodiversity event happening, and that's why they say the Burren is in bloom. And it truly is. It's a spectacular scene to see.
It's a truly unique agricultural story, isn't it, and food production story. Anthony, can I ask, it's a bit of an awkward question, does that make any difference to what shows up on the plate? Could your guest in the restaurant appreciate that difference?
Oh, most definitely. It's a privilege to actually have a restaurant and bring it like this tone of farm to fork, but here it really is like the collaborations locally of having beef, like beef farmers all our life as well, and to actually see a product now from a good collaboration, talking to the customers about it, you can explain it, and then you really do taste the terroir. I suppose in fine burgundies and fine wines, you talk about terroir and how amazing it is. This is the premium of the world beef.
And I see you have prepared, or the chef has prepared a selection of dishes there from the Burren premium beef. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're looking at there?
Yeah, Chef Tomas is a phenomenal chef. Just started working with him last year, and he's been having fun all morning in the kitchen. So he's been delighted, happy out cooking away. So we have 3 lovely dishes here. We have a beef carpaccio, glazed with a little bit of a mustard and pepper, with a beautiful microgreen salad from Colin Celtic Salads. We have a more rustic beef cheek with a red wine jus, truffled potatoes, caramelised carrots, and then finishing off here a strip line steak sandwich with beautiful sourdough bread from Sourdough Farrell's guy who just started last month. Another one we're working on collaborating. So it's a privilege to show how versatile beef is and how easy it is to use, be it an amazing chef that we have in our kitchen, or if you're doing it at home. There's such versatility and ease of work.
I love the way you have one ingredient in 3 totally different dishes. Bronagh, you must love seeing your product reappear like that.
Tomas is super. He has done a phenomenal job. These dishes do talk about the variety, but our beef doesn't need a huge amount of things done to it. The simple taste and the flavour. You get the beef and you bang it on the barbecue and it tastes amazing as well. I mean, there's nothing like a lovely seared steak and just eating it as it is. It's fabulous. The quality and the flavours are there.
I love the colours and just the presentation. It's beautiful. Just to talk about something else, Anthony, you're clearly involved in tourism, and Doolin is a tourism hub. Do you think visitors are interested in this kind of provenance of the food?
Most definitely. It's been growing traction every year. It gets more and more important. Almost now it's like we're looking at where we're going to eat first before we look at where we're going to stay. We even see it on our requests and reservations, where, like, coming up, where is your beef from? Or can I get this? Can I go see a farm? And it's great to be able to recommend someone like Bronagh to go off and visit their farm and get the real 360 view of what they're eating.
Yeah, it's funny you draw that link there, Anthony, because you said your mum diversified into tourism from your family's farming background. Bronagh, you're the lady in your family that has brought the farm into tourism.
Yeah, and I'm from Cathal, so I suppose I saw everything with fresh eyes. When I saw it, not only where it is, but my husband's husbandry with the cattle. And that whole story, I thought people want to see this, a real story. You know, we don't have any other animals. Our farm is a working beef farm. It happens to be in a UNESCO designated area, which adds to the story. But the cattle are phenomenal. They really are. They're a different quality.
And tell me, what can a visitor do? I mean, you can't just walk onto a beef farm. How have you made that possible for visitors?
We do different options. So we do a family day out, we do a food trail. We also do events. So if you had a special birthday coming up or a special event that you wanted to signify, we can bring you on. We bring a chef in, Devon O'Sullivan, to do a wild cooking demonstration. He uses our meat, but he also uses other locally sourced ingredients as well. My husband's really proud of what we're doing. I think he's surprised, that everything has taken off as it has. Like, we knew the beef would be good, but we didn't realise we'd get to this level. And I mean, Clare is known as a food county now. The food trails are amazing, the other producers, so we do all this together. And we're really on the map as a destination for food and for quality food. People come here, foodies come here to meet Anthony and talk about food.
Like, the food trail is an amazing collaboration that's happened, but the quality of restaurants around here, like, we're a small village. If you were in the middle of the United States, what we have here you wouldn't see in a town of 100,000, 200,000, 300 or a million.
It's true.
Like, you can come here, there's only 800 people living in this village, and yet we've Michelin recommended, we've next door in the next village we've a Michelin star. Like, we have so many of those around the place. It really is an amazing place, and because of that you've got these amazing chefs next door. They're all sharing ideas, and they're going, oh, how are you doing this? How are you doing that? So it just all works, and we learn off each other more and more, and how are you doing this, and the service techniques, and then it brings just an amazing amount of quality of chefs, employees.
I have one last burning question, Anthony. Where did that sign on the wall come from?
My wife's sense of humour. But I like it.
And on that note, I'm going to say thank you very, very much, Anthony, for hosting us here at Doolin Inn today. And thank you, Bronagh, for joining us here as well to share so much of the story of your family and your produce. And of course, thank you very much for being here with us at Doolin Inn today with Anthony and Bronagh. I hope you can join us as well for the next conversation. For now, I'm going to hand you over to our local Doolin musicians. We have James Cullinan, Noel O'Donoghue and Noel's daughter Anya to play us out.